Okay. Another day, another build, another Minecraft satisfactory build. Oh, Ender's already here. Or I think he is. I think he like sent a chat message before I actually started the stream. I'm not sure if he's actually here at the moment. Getting a couple more things ready. Oh, MP's here. Hello, MP. Hey. Tell you what, I stayed up till like 3 a.m. last night. Not playing Satisfactory this time. I was just staying up till 3 a.m. last night. I'm not actually certain why I did, though, now that I think about it. Oh, whatever. Here I am. Yeah, good grief. I keep like saying that I need to fix up my my sleeping schedule, and for whatever reason, as much as I want to, I just kind of can't, which not sure how to do about that. Oh well. Let's see. Anyways, MP, thank you for joining in. How's your day been so far? Hopefully pretty nice. It's a little bit rainy where I'm at, though. MP was going to try to make a breakcore song in the background after asking you what type of music you like, but couldn't make any music. Oh, darn. I mean, no rush on that, really, but, like... Thank you for trying to make a breakcore thing, just for that reason. It's night where you are. Oh, alright. It's, well, it's about 1 p.m. where I'm at. Oh, Ender's here. Couldn't answer when you sent him here because I was doing some French homework. Oh, okay. You don't like French. Ah. Homework. You really don't. Alright. Oh, right. Okay, there we go. I was trying to, like, get a couple settings finished up. Is it, you know, I was going to ask if, like, if you really wanted to learn it or something like that, but seeing as that you're not a big fan of the French homework, I'm guessing it's just, like, something that you had to take. Not that you want to take or anything. That's my guess. Like, trying to take a class that... Having a second language in your repertoire, basically. I don't know how to word that. BK Raps is in chest. Moist? Moist. No, it's a little rainy here. Like, it's just kind of wet. So, somewhat moist? Humid. No, it's actually dry. I can actually taste the air. It is dry air. It's very obviously dry. Which also means I gotta be a bit careful going forward. I need... Weird random thing. Apparently, I'm very sensitive to, shoots. What was it? Humidity. That's the word. Good grief. Apparently, I'm, like, very sensitive to humidity. There's been some times when... like, actual physical health is bad. When like the air gets dry. So I should probably look into getting a humidifier at some point. Whatever. Although we got one, I just got to use it. Anyways. Ender says, well, I have to take it because I need 2 foreign languages to continue education before furthering after high school, I guess. Oh, yeah, that's kind of what I figured that way. I forgot that's what the requirements were. How the heck are you feeling the air? You streaming outside or something? No, it's just the air in my room itself is somewhat dry. Oh, I'm dumb. But, weird thing. I guess it's not really weird. I'm one of those actual people that go outside sometimes, and I've gotten outside just enough that I can sense when rain is coming. Because you can smell the rain coming or something. That's an actual thing. PK Rap says college is overrated. To some extent, I think it is to some extent. I don't think everybody needs to go to college. But, for some educations, there is like a legitimate reason for going into college. Something like getting a doctorate in a specific field. You kind of need to go to college for that. Although I personally think, with the age of the internet nowadays, for a lot of less super intensive study in job activities, or some variation of that, really don't need it too much. Peak Rap says medicine, lawyering, engineering, yes. Everything else, no. I'm kind of seconding that, really. Although, wait, hold on. Ender says here it's like high school. That's kind of how they're treating it over here in the States, too. I wish they didn't, and they actually treated it as it really is, as just like a way to get higher education in a specific field that you want. Oh, you want to be an engineer? That's actually kind of cool. That's cool. Is it like a specific type of engineer? Like, I'm actually trying to think about actual words for that. What field of engineering do you want to engineer? Like, I'm guessing factory work. That's like the main one. But I'm not fluent in engineerese, because that's a language. A build engineer, I think that's what it's called. I guess closest thing I could think of is like a construction work or a construction engineer. PK Raps has a list: architectural engineer, a nuclear engineer, hydroelectric engineers, mechanical engineers. There's a lot of different ones. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good representation of what options there are. I honor the people who can actually like work in that environment and getting stuff done. I mean, look at this mess. An actual engineer wouldn't make this kind of a mess and actually plan that far ahead. So, very honorable if you can make something even better than whatever the heck this thing is. Ender says probably an architectural or mechanical engineer. Okay, that's still a pretty cool field to go into, and that makes sense to go into a college degree. Also, there's no concrete on these conveyor belts anymore. Yeah, good grief. Let's see. So the time that I spent yesterday and today was trying to make sure that some of the parts on here work. I don't think I need the rates on this thing to go 100% of the time, but I really need to make sure that all the water goes to the wet concrete factory so they can hopefully work. That's the hope anyway. I probably need to like change some stuff around at some point. I'll need to think about that. Peaker Rep says one of his friends builds bridges IRL. Oh, that's cool. But I guess thinking about it more, activities or jobs that rely on ensuring safety of people. I think those the people that work in those jobs, like building bridges. I would like people who know how to build bridges be taught the correct way and have like the correct safety standards and such. So it makes sense to go into a college and make sure that you have like a degree in that. I'd rather trust someone with a degree in that field than someone with not a degree, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, as long as I do maths, I don't want to do. Well, that's what satisfactory's more for. Although I guess in that field, it's going to be more geometrical maths, which that's a lot more complicated. It's one thing to do a bunch of algebra, and that's what like all of this ends up being. But geometric math is difficult. PKRF says nowadays you can learn that online, though. You can take a test to prove your knowledge. I kind of agree to that to some extent. Like a lot of stuff that I've learned, even like getting this whole streaming thing working, most of it was from online. And a lot of people can learn a lot of very interesting stuff just online. Ender says that he really loves everything math. Oh, wonderful. I guess something kind of similar to that. Let's see. Long time ago, a couple years actually. I think I got like certification to be a sound engineer, which kind of effectively means I know how the like sound equipment works. Like I got a good understanding of how microphones work, how to actually get the sound to my computer and have it actually work. So I feel like I can call myself a sound engineer, although I don't actually remember where my certificate actually is. I know for certain that I've done it. Although now it's more like I just need to test my knowledge at this point. Oh, just some stuffs in chat. Hey, buddy. Welcome in. We are actually just about to start, too. Alrighty-o. So, hello, everybody. It is DeanSpillaBean back on your screen. And today, we're going to be streaming some Satisfactory. Where we last left off yesterday, we got a reinforced iron plate factory built. And as far as I can tell, it actually does work pretty well. Although, at some point when I was looking through the bowels of the machine here, I think one of these conveyor belts was missing. I somehow missed that. That was like the only problem I found. But that basically means I got like 600 iron reinforced plates a minute. And today we're going to be turning all of it into modular frames, of which we're going to need to get some steel for. So I need to actually find out where I have steel located. Should be around here somewhere. Yeah, I think this one's it. Oh, Hungry Horse is in. What's up, Dean? Hey, Hungry. Not much at the moment. We're just getting started on the streaming today. God, hold on. I need to pull up my reference pad. Also, the air is like very dry where I'm at, so yeah, that's gonna be an aggravation for me. Whatever. All right, so for this mega big part of the factory, I'm gonna need 200 assemblers for. So that's gonna be fun. But before I do that, I need to get the iron rods that I need, which, hold on, I'll reach out in a moment. Which, let's see, I need 50 constructors in order to make the iron rods that I need, and that's using the steel recipe, and that requires 2,400. That's 2,400 rods a minute, which is 600 steel a minute. Oh, that's actually really good. Okay, so I have that amount actually being made in this container that I'm looking at, so that's wonderful. All right, so I need... Shoot, I need 50 constructors to make 200 of those, 200 assemblers at some point. All right, that's what I'm going to be doing. All right, reading chat now. Ender, I'm going to be spending the next 3 hours automating alumina. Ah, well, good luck. If you need any tips, we'll be happy to help you out. PKRF steel for modular frames must be an alt recipe. Yeah, using there is a recipe that you can use for iron rods, where you can turn steel ingots into iron rods using the steel rod recipe. I think this one's a new one, like that came out in 1.0. There's also an alternative in order to turn aluminum into rods as well. And I think it has like the best conversion rates out of all of them. But heck no, I'm not going to use aluminum for this problem. I already have aluminum set out for like other projects. Let's see, PK, did you see Gaming with DSC's video, Ender? Oh, that was directed to Ender. Oh. Although I personally haven't seen whatever video he's talking about. Hunger Horse says you should let's see. You should very much do the very serious and not joke stream suggestion I gave you, the very entertaining Minecraft one. Oh yeah, the one where I'm like, guys, please don't subscribe so that there's if you subscribe there's TNT, please don't blow it up, please don't blow it. That whole trend, I'm not doing that. That seems dull. I think it's a funny joke, but it's kind of dull. Ender's saying, why is bauxite so high? It's, bauxite is a really weird thing at this stage of the game. It's just, it's a rare resource. Very rare. It's just sometimes annoying to use, really. PKRap says it's just right, let's see. You're right, steel and aluminum are new. And it was in the aluminum tutorial. Oh, okay. I don't exactly remember, like, proper rate or, like a proper method to that, to get the alumina to work. I do know one option, because this is going to be something that comes up when you're making when you're actually making the alumina builds. You're going to get a water byproduct, and let's see. So you get water and silica as a byproduct, and you have to combine bauxite. Let's see, bauxite, water, coal, and silica into the project. There are alt recipes that allows you to make aluminum without the need of silica. There's other ways to simplify it, basically. But for starting out, that's probably your only options, unfortunately. You will need some outside. Let's see, some outside resource of quartz so that you can get silica. Because the silica that you get during the project actually will not be enough, basically. Xeno Destroyer 480. Slap hard drives into the research into the man. That's actually a good suggestion for Ender. Oh yeah, Xeno, just to catch you up. Ender who's in chat is going through aluminum production phase. He's getting that done. Meanwhile, I'm working on a modular frame factory. I'm going to be using steel rods to make that work. I'm going to need so many constructors, it's going to be ridiculous. Although not as many as the assemblers I'm going to need. See, that's 10, so that's actually 480. It's 480 multiplied by 2, 960. I'm actually just going to overclock these. Ender found the tutorial video. Alrighty. Xeno says, don't worry, I already have a master plan for aluminum, and it's going to be beautiful. Because it's trying to max out the aluminum ingots for bauxite. Oh, that's actually kind of a neat idea. Oh, I get. Since you're new, I'll tell you like the whole massive plan that I'm doing. I'm trying to reach 60 a minute for all of the late game items, of which I've already done the calculations, and it's actually not possible. But I've got like, not workarounds, but like ways how I can just kind of. It's a big project, anyways, I'm gonna also be like using as much bauxite into aluminum as I can for kind of a similar reason. Pika Rep says that pure aluminum is an amazing alt recipe. Oh yeah, definitely. Just because you don't need to put silica through the project. However, one problem that I encountered is in doing so. Actually, what was? Okay. So since I spent a lot of time running the calculations, running the numbers, I actually tried to figure out what the best aluminum ingot recipe was, like the best way to turn bauxite into aluminum. And I found out, looking through it a lot, going for the aluminum ingot recipe first is the best option. But also using the sloppy alumina actually turns bauxite into more alumina. Of course, you lose out on the silica byproduct. And is it less water? Slightly more, but that I don't think that really matters too much. And then after that, you do the electrode aluminum scrap recipe, which is a little bit more efficient, I think. Although at the end of it all, if you let's see, what was it? It usually ends up being like one bauxite equals one aluminum ingot if you do everything without silica. If you do it with silica, you get like 33% more. So for a lot of my projects, I'm going to have to end up using a lot of silica, is what I'm trying to get at. See, Xeno Destroyer says, Tier 9 manufacturing is painful, but some late game elevator parts like ballistic warp drives have the highest ticket points. Oh yeah, it has like 2 million or something like that. Which, I don't think I can actually get that to the massive 60 a minute milestone that I want to reach, because I actually... I talked about this last stream too. When I did the calculations, I realized I need 24,000 coal a minute just for the dark matter crystals alone in the warp drive recipe, and that's not even including the other dark matter crystals that I'm going to need for other parts of the project. So to fix that, seeing as that there's literally not that much coal in the whole world to even do such a task, I'm going to use the mythical magical recipe of alternate coal, which turns biomass into coal. And then in order to get the biomass for this project, I'm going to use the alien proteins by harvesting tons of alien remains and then just throwing them into constructors and making a bunch of stuff off that. Using Somer Sleuth as well to double the amount. It's a bit ridiculous. PK says I'm insane. Yes. This has been a confirmed fact. Let's see, what did I need? I needed 50 of these. And I think this is 20, so I need like 30 more. 100% isn't achievable to make 60 a minute on tier 9 elevator parts. Well, I'm thinking it is possible, at least for like nuclear pasta, biosculptors, and AI limiters. I think it's possible for those three. Not for warp drives. Definitely not for warp drives. I'm thinking on leaving that one for last. I mean, just seeing how close I can get. I'm gonna go insane making a nuclear reactor. It's painful. Oh, wait. Oh gosh, gonna give you a fair warning. Get your water sorted out. Either have the nuclear reactors right above the water source, or make sure you like overflow them with water, because those things eat water like no tomorrow. No, 12 reactors at a time, 4 manufacturers is enough to make 12. Is it though? Are you using one of the alt recipes? I'm guessing. But, well, Pika Rep says, I don't think there's enough SAM to make 60 a minute AI limiters. Actually, hold on. Or, what, AI devices. Let's see. It was called AI expansion servers. Let me, like, actually double check that. Oh, yeah, because it also requires time crystals for that. Hmm. Oh, well. Oh, well. Baby steps. I'm going to work towards getting nuclear pasta done first. And then, honestly, just seeing how close I can get for the, like, the whole dark matter projects. Fixite Trigons also need Sam. That's also right. That was from PK. Basically, the answer is probably, if this is possible, probably a no. But whatever. I'm gonna go with it anyway and just see how far I can get. It's the idea. Although I won't really say if it actually is 16 minute unless I actually reach that, like, nigh-impossible 60 a minute. If I don't reach it, I don't reach it. But that's just kind of my goal at the moment. Oh, PK is also using Fixonium for some projects, which also eats through some SAM resources. SAM is just so limiting. But maybe if we squeeze out as much stuff as possible, maybe it's possible. I don't know. We'll find out. Or more like I'll find out. So that's 12? Yeah, that's 12. Hold on. Okay, so that's technically 10, and I can make that 20. But if I hold on, what was the amount that I get here? Okay, so 120, and there's technically 10, so that actually maxes out at 1200. I might go with that. I don't know. Mostly because I know that's going to be, like, cutting it very close. I think I'll... Is that... Oh, that's going to run into something else. I don't want to do that. Totally not Ultra Kill fanboy. Hi, Dean. Hello, totally not an Ultra Kill fanboy. Welcome to the stream. We're trying to figure out how to get steel processing correct. To make steel rods. It's going well so far. Let's see. Xena says, where is it? Don't consume all of the Fixonium rules suck. I think that was directed to PK. Because PK is going for some Fixonium rods. Oh, I just remembered something. Seeing as that there's like a couple new people here, you don't know about my my giant water drone port. Hold on, I actually want to show you just because we got some new people here. Is it normal that I listen to your streams while I sleep from Totally Not Ultra Kill Fan? Yeah, it's actually totally normal listening to videos. Listening to videos and then eventually going to sleep. It happens. I do that sometimes. BK asks if you can even sync. I'm guessing Fixonium rods. Oh. I think I've encountered a problem. That is not a good problem to have. Great. I think I accidentally placed, I think I accidentally placed something in the way of my, my launcher, and I rammed right into that. So I'm gonna need to readjust the cannon angle. Oh well, while I'm over here, hold on before I forget. I need some filters for this. Welcome to the water drone port factory, which has over 200 drones on standby, and it harvests a bunch of water, packages it, puts them in drones, and then sends them off to stations across the world, just so I can get water wherever I want. So that's the thing that I've been doing. That's what I wanted to show you all before I, like, got annihilated. How do you package water? With the packager. The packager, you put water, get some containers, and you package water. Reason why I do that is because drones don't have a way to hold water normally. So the only way I can do that is if I give a packaged water. Then I can transport that around. I use another blueprint here to kind of just set up a port for them to go to, basically. I also have like a bunch of containers here and standby. That's just water in a bottle. You're saying it like it's a box. It is a box. It's a bottled box. Also, you're asking if I could play Pressure. It's a fun game. I know it's a Roblox game, and I know it's really good. I know about Sebastian Solis. As good of a game as it is, I don't know when or if I'll get into it. Anyways, really quick, I gotta go get my stuff that I just kind of dropped somewhere. Let's see. Oh wait, I also need gas filters because I'm gonna die. Let's see. I think it was in this. Yeah, here we go. There's my stuff. Oh, right, now I gotta get back. Idea. Where is it? Make a little hypertube launcher and go launch it myself, because that worked last time. Ultra Kill Femboys says going to listen to while playing Roblox. Alrighty. It is an honor that I become the background voice to your Roblox gaming. I guess other things to check out, just as like a quick flyby. I have this, this like big rubber factory and this big plastic factory right next to each other. Let's see, the rubber factory goes to a radio production plant that's like way over on the horizon. I'm just gonna actually go to that real quick since I'm now on a touring feel. But that turns like all of the oil that's in the mushroom biome here and turns that all into a ton of rubber and plastic. And I'm actually gonna see if I can land on a train. There we go. Peeker F says I need to upgrade the hypertube cannons because there are only a few accelerators, so it gets me halfway across the map. Just don't do what I did and build something in the way. But anyways, here is my radio production factory, and it actually uses the water drone ports. They land here and they go to a bunch of these refineries, just so they can get the water that they need to get a higher rates of iron ore to ingots, or ore to ingot ratio, basically. I think some of this is backed up because it's not being used, is my guess. Of which I need to probably double check and make sure some of this is actually working properly. Why aren't you working? You're not getting enough water. What do you mean you're not getting enough water? You have enough water. Whatever. It's stuff like this that I gotta go back through some of my builds and figure out why some things don't have the resources that it wants. Whatever. But this whole factory, if everything's running at 100% efficiency, ends up making 112, I think so, 112 radio units a minute, something like that. It makes a lot. I think it's not working at like max capacity at the moment. I think. Also, it's not getting heat sinks. What's up with that? Like, there should be more heat sinks than that. Maybe it's an okay amount. Anyways, the rubber that I mentioned that I was using earlier was in order to make like 400 something heat sinks a minute. So that's kind of nice. Spilla has 220,000 water per minute. Still has machines that starve for water. I swear, this happens very often. I think it's just because I was kind of lazy in how I distribute the water, and I think that's kind of the main problem. Oh well, I'll fix the rates at some point. But anyways, I need all of these radios, as well as what I'm working on right now, which is getting the mod frames that I need in order to get the heavy frames that I need, in order to get the fused frames that I need, in order to make the pressure cubes that I need, in order to make the pasta that I need, in order to reach the 60 a minute for nuclear pasta. That's the first goal of this wacky saga, which is why it's called the 60 nuclear pasta minute saga. That's why it's called that. And I would feel a lot of accomplishment if I can at least get that done, which I think is like completely possible. In fact, I could probably do more. I don't really need to. Let's see, where... Yeah, good grief. Where did I have... I know I had a... There it is. There's a launcher. The boss will take a few more weeks, but you totally got this. Oh yeah, definitely. Anyways, here's the steel factory that we started at. And before I forget and get myself killed again, I'm gonna go and adjust my cannon. Just make sure that doesn't happen again. Let's see. There it is. Hey, buddy. Let's see. I'm gonna just angle it in that direction. Is this okay? I'm testing it out. Yeah, I think this will work. Oh, just to also show off to some of the new people. This was a big project that I had several weeks ago, I guess months ago at this point, and it was turning the whole desert into a massive, like a massive road network. And it actually does work pretty well, honestly. I think I need to like make some things a bit more efficient, and I kind of want to go back to this to use like the rest of the iron. That's iron and coal that's here. But it is like a really cool build. And I want at some point a lot of the projects that I'm going to be making eventually end up there, just to make it look... I want to make a huge city there. That'll be kind of cool. Can I get back to the steel factory that I was just at with the same launch pad? Oh wow, I can. Packaged ionized fuel, everybody. Alright, back to what I was doing. Need to get... Let's see. Need to get this functioning. I think I can actually probably overclock these a bit too. And I think that'll... I feel like there would be like a small inconsistency on the top and bottom sections, so I think with that I should be able to get a consistent flow rate of 2,400 rods a minute. That's the hope. Let's see. Oh yeah, So starting tomorrow, I'm going to be streaming a game called In Stars and Time. And that game came out, I think, like a year ago, but I kind of... Let's see, while I was watching a video that was about Undertale, the host of that video mentioned the In Stars and Time game, and it just seemed interesting enough that I wanted to check it out. That, and I've been wanting to eventually get into branching out to different games besides Satisfactory, Deltarune, and Ultrakill. Those were the games I've been primarily playing beforehand. But starting tomorrow, that's going to change just a little bit. The game itself, as far as I can tell, centers around a main character that is stuck in a perpetual time loop, and it kind of goes over the psychological effects of that. That is to say, it'll feel really sad and depressing, probably. Weirdly enough, I kind of like those games, and I kind of like playing them because I like the interesting philosophical questions that come up of it. Because I like talking a lot, and talking is like... is there a verb for doing, like, talking philosophy? Is that like an actual verb somewhere? Because I feel like that is. Philosophy. I don't know. Doing philosopher talk is effectively what I'm trying to say. Is that it? Hold on. Is that an actual word though? Philosophizing. I'm also illiterate, if you can't tell. Heh, that's funny. Illiterate man is going to be reading words. Funny. It's gonna make this weekend stream even funnier. Philosophize? Philosophizing. What's really funny is that I had like the same question like years ago. I think in one of my like really old series back when I was doing my 20x20 build challenge series like years ago. And I remember I started out on like the first episode, I asked myself the same question, and I still haven't figured that out. Yeah. History repeating itself. It is. I still really like the 20x20 series that I did. I very enjoyed it. Ender's saying that he has the urge to delete everything man built in the world so that he could redo it. You know what? They should elect a satisfactory engineer, because only they are able to understand the functions of this world and make it more efficient. I don't know how good that would actually be. We should let satisfactory engineers rule the world. Yeah, good grief. But anyways, the In Stars and Time stream's it's gonna be interesting, I think. Let's see, Peaker App says that they looked up philosophizing and listened to the dictation might help lock in the brain. Huh? Need to change. Peaker says I need to need that in my world too, Einstein. Totally not Ultrakill fan says that Sebastian Solis is handsome. Change my mind. I don't think you can change it. We can change your mind on that because it's a fact. Right, getting that changed. Alright. So I'm gonna need 200 assemblers for this. This little project. Oh joy. I might actually just make only 100 of these and overclock the Although I need to be careful with overclocking, because if I'm not careful, I'm going to be burning through my power like no other. I think I just now realized how big this is actually going to get. Good grief. Ender might just be dodging Illumina? You mean by, like, dodging the responsibilities of getting the Illumina solution set up? That's my guess. MP says, I'm guessing it relates to Sebastian, that he's just Fish Gabriel. Which technically he is. He's the same voice actor. Oh, yeah, other thing. Next week, I'm going to also be starting up a different game as well, and it's called Delta Traveler. It's a Undertale Deltarune fan game that has Deltarune's main cast of Frisk and... No, not Frisk. Chris and Susie going on adventures in worlds and games that they realistically should not be in. It's a really dumb, wacky adventure, basically. I'm kind of interested in checking that out, and even though it's like actually several years old at this point, and I think it actually got a like an expansion or something recently. I say recently as if it actually was recent. I don't think it actually was recent. But anyways, that's also another game that I'm going to be checking out in the coming weeks. So interested in that, that's something else to check out. And I guess while I'm at it, another thing to include, at some point, I want to actually become a voice actor. Seeing as that I've been talking for many, many years. I think I'm like really good at talking. As well as like doing voices for some characters, especially like when I was doing my Deltarune Undertale streams, I had a lot of fun with the characters. So at some point, I actually genuinely want to become a voice actor, and I want to get into that. And I use a lot of games that has like a lot of text as practice. I honestly think it's good practice, seeing as that it's a lot of speech that you have to do with like no vocals, nothing to go off of besides like maybe little text bubbles and like sounds that they might say. I think it's good practice, and I'm gonna use that as like actual genuine practice, basically. PK Raps says, Illumina is simple. Break it down into steps. Get materials all in one place, feed the materials into the refineries, and then make water output circle back into the refinery input. Well, correct, except for the part where if you do the water goes back into the refinery input, there's a small chance that you actually end up with more water than you know what to do with. Which ends up kind of causing a couple problems. It's still a good solution, and I do it as well. It's just getting the recycled water back into the system is a little annoying to get working, is what I'm trying to get at. Alternatively, you could throw it into some water concrete, or wet concrete recipe, and just get rid of it. But that's if you have an all recipe, so I guess we have to do the figuring out the inputs and outputs before that. Oh well. PK Reps never had the issue. The pilot water has always been prioritized in my machines. Alright. Maybe it is just way easier than I'm making it out to be. Maybe I'm just making a big fuss about it. It means the output. Oh, okay. see, is this lining up correctly? I think now it is. This build is going to be a little interesting. Cause like I'm gonna have this like be expanding out. Like every time that it reaches a point, then it just makes another layer. It's gonna look wacky. I also need to get power over here. Ender asks, what do you need to power a nuclear power generator? Well, you're gonna need nuclear fuel rods, which that's like a whole project. Actually, I can just pull that up now really quick. Let's see, fuel rods. There we go. So uranium fuel rods. That's going to require encased uranium cells, industrial beams, and electro control rods. The control rods are going to be annoying because those require stators, and stators are just annoying, as well as either AI limiters or high-speed connectors. Yeah, these things are going to be annoying. But but then there's the encased uranium cells, where you just need uranium, concrete, and sulfuric acid. And you make that, but you also get sulfuric acid as a byproduct. Or you can take out liquid entirely and use the more efficient recipe here, and it ends up creating more encased cells with less uranium and sulfur, but it requires quick wire and silica as a cost. It's technically more efficient though. Or also, to make it even more and more efficient, you can throw crystal oscillators and rotors into the mix to be even more efficient. I don't know if people are going to do that. Actually, now that I think about that, that actually probably would have been better for my nuclear reactor factory that I got way back in my... somewhere. But anyways, you also... So, not only do you need all of that to even get them powered, you also need a ton of water. I think each reactor needs 240 water a minute. Yeah, I think, 240 water a minute. Which is a lot. So not only is it like a bit of a production challenge to get uranium where it's needed, it's also a bit of a challenge to get the... bit of a challenge to get all the water there. Well, there goes my idea for nuclear power, I guess. Oh my god, I'm trying to... Andrew says he's really going to struggle. It's a struggle, but you get a lot of power for like not a lot of resources, and you kind of need that amount of power for later. Because you can get 2,400 megawatts of power from one reactor. It's very useful. PK Rep says, I have a nuclear depot above an ocean. Just plop 2 extractors underneath the pump and straight up. That does work. I guess that does solve the water problem, just having it like... literally right above the water. Although, depending on where you want to build, if you're trying to build away from an ocean, then that might not be might not be an easy solution. But it's wherever you want to build it. You're gonna need to build it near water, anyways. What I'm trying to get at. Or you can also spend just as much time and make a massive drone port factory over here to distribute all the water that you need. That's also an option. If it's not on top of an ocean, you need drones. Either that or like large trains. Also, I'm just like looking at the line of drones that's going over to my concrete factory. This is so funny. But yeah, basically, going for nuclear power is very much like a good idea to go, just because of the amount of power that you can get from it. The cost is getting all of the logistics out of the way. PK Reps, my first nuclear factory was in pre-lease, and it had I had to pipe the 10 pipes worth of water from a handful of factories. Oh yeah, back when is that back when nuclear reactors didn't need water because the piping mechanic wasn't implemented yet? That was the time. I wasn't there for that time. I think I started playing about after that. But that was the time. Need to place this correct. There we go. Pika says, "Yep, created before I knew I even needed water." Sounds like pain. Pain in the ash. Sounds like it. Is this 10 in this row? Yes. So I need to finish that up. Let's see. I'm trying to remember my first nuclear reactor, because it wasn't in this world. It was in like a previous world of mine. And it was horrible, like absolutely horrible. Like it didn't even work half the time. It didn't even work at any time, really. Like it just didn't work. Like if you wanted that thing to work and like prayed with all your hopes and dreams for it to work, it still won't work. That's how much it didn't work. I've grown as a satisfactory engineer now, so that I can actually build something that's functioning. But that was still like a really bad build as a start. Let's see. I'm just trying to figure out what I need for next layer, because this is gonna look kind of funky when I'm done with this. Let's see. Really quick, I just need to get power over here, so I don't like fall to my death. That would be preferable. Okay, so this is at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Gonna need more assemblers. PK Rep says, yeah, back when I didn't know about planing a machine before I built it. I would just poop down a machine and then figure out what I needed and just build the world around it. I think that's where everyone started at some point. And then just over time knowing, figuring out better ways to get stuff working. Ender says, that is not the way you're supposed to do it. I think more accurately, that's how it starts out. And oh my. I'm just trying to remember like some other stuff. Oh yeah, I remember. I kind of remember one of my bigger factories, like when I started out, like in my first world. One of the bigger things that I made was a massive rotor factory, and that was using the default rods and screws recipe, and I thought that was cool. But then I like looked at it very closely, and then I realized that it was actually really bad. I think just more like, yeah, I don't know how to word it. It was just a really bad factory. Let's see. Ender says, do you not have to get your items with 2,000 meters away from a single conveyor belt? I mean, there's nothing stopping you. Except maybe your time. Pika says that he still prefers belts and still does that. You know what? The more I've gotten into Satisfactory stuff, I don't think there's any problem with it at all. It's just another way to get items somewhere. It's just, it costs a lot of resources. That's the main downside. Like, let's see. In terms of getting resources around, actually, I just feel like talking about this at the moment. Of course, you got conveyor belts, and that's like the most efficient way to transport items from point A to point B. However, when it comes to even bigger numbers that a belt can't process very well, you might need to go to tractors, trucks, drones, and trains just to have better throughputs. But also, it's like significantly less resources to get the items that you need transported. But they do come with their own costs. Like trains are probably the best for getting items where you need them to go. But the whole station stuff costs like a lot of room, and can take up a lot of space if you're not careful. Drones require like a notable upkeep in fuel costs, and also like a power cost as well. If you're not careful, and with the amount of drone ports, you can get up to like 50,000 megawatts of power for drones specifically. A little ridiculous. But even that, the fuel requirements for it is annoying. The tractor and trucks don't require as much fuel, I think. But even still, you have to make like a whole road infrastructure just to get them working. So each of them have their own ups and downsides in transporting items through different terrains or over specific distances. The real question is, what do you feel like using today, basically? Wait a second. There's just a drone just standing there. I don't know what, I don't know, is that a real one? That's a real drone. He's actually just there. Water drone 28. Huh. Oh, there's another one, Water Drone 19. Are they just losing power mid-air or something? They shouldn't be. That's a bit of a worry. I'll need to investigate that at some point. Let's see. PK says that he has only 2 drones in his entire world, and that's to get plastic and biofuel to a factory. And another is taking my 1,200,000 power shards to the other side of the map for an iron fuel depot. Oh, goodness. Pika says, looks like they're pausing until their recipe port builds up. Or the recipient port fills up. I don't, I don't, I don't think that's the problem. I think it's just frozen there. Although, why exactly it's frozen there, I'm not actually sure. So I'll need to just investigate that at some point, because that could be a problem if my main way to get water around the world just might stop randomly. It shouldn't be a fuel problem because I have, I'm using plutonium fuel rods, which have like an insane battery life. Unless it ran out of fuel mid-flight somehow, but I mean, even if it runs out of fuel mid-flight, it should have enough like spare cells on board that it would take it for the trip. Whatever. I need to investigate that. Oh my gosh. I'm just building so far out that my drones are just almost colliding with whatever factory I'm building. Also, with PK suggesting the ports are filling up, if the ports were filling up, they would try to actually go to the port first and then realize, I can't drop off anything, so I'm just gonna wait and circle around the port first. That's what they do normally. Like, they just wait very patiently at wherever they're assigned to go, and then they wait. Maybe something that might have happened is, like if a port doesn't exist, maybe? I'm not certain. It's another mystery to solve one day for this massive project. Pika Rep says, Google AI has a bunch of reasons that would pause a drone. None happen out in the open like that drone, haha. Not sure why Google AI plays satisfactory. That's still concerning. MP asks, Dean, what are you currently working on in-game? I'm still working on getting the modular frame factory set up. It's just that I need like 200 assemblers. And that's what I'm working on at the moment. I probably could make like a blueprint in order to place the amount that I need, and I do have a blueprint for that. It's more, the more I used my blueprints, the more I realized, like even with the steel production plan that I have, where I used a bunch of foundry blueprints to place like tons of foundries, I found a problem where it's hard to keep up with what rates all the factories are producing their items at, and it's not very modular in that aspect. So kind of for big projects like this one, I'm gonna try and not use blueprints. And the end result actually ends up looking a lot cooler anyway, since it's not based off of a pre-built plan. I mean, would you like an assembler factory to look like this, as opposed to just a big brick, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And I'm not actually sure when I'll get this done, but my hope is, actually, if I do get this done, I feel like I can get this done in maybe an hour from now. if I do, I want to see how much of getting the encased industrial beams, or like how far I can get with that. Because that's like another large part that I needed for the heavy frames, and we'll see how far I can get there, and then probably actually get the full heavy frame requirements that I need to get all of the fused frames that I need for the pressure keeps that I need for actually not just the frames that I need for the nuclear pasta factory, but also just fused frames and pressure cubes that I need for other recipes that I was thinking on using down the line. So this factory actually is like a integral part to what's going to be happening for like the rest of the playthrough. There we go. Hungry Horse says, hi again, Dean. Hello, Hungry. I'm making a factory. Big factory. Very big. Very large. Yes. It's supposed to make modular frames. It doesn't currently because it doesn't work like that. Yeah, I'm liking how this is looking so far. Make it a factory. In Satisfactory? That's crazy talk. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be doing this. I'm actually wasting my time. I need to actually just make everything by hand, actually. Just need to go the ping, 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 ping routes, crafting everything. Okay, so I need to double count. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60... Then that's 70, so I need 30 more. Oh, joysticks! Joysticks here. Hello to the big factory. Hey, joysticks. It's been a bit. How you been, boy? How you been, dude? How you been, dude? That's what I wanted to say. Good God. Let's see. Mod frame. See, if I overclock these, that'll give me another 90 or to 190. I think if I overclock it one more, then that'll get me to the 200 that I need. I think I'll get to that. Anyways, hey joysticks, it's been a bit. At the moment, I'm trying to make a massive modular frame factory that makes like 200 of them a minute. Or no, it's like 400 a minute or something. It's crazy. Let's see. PK Ref, Satis handcraftery. That's exactly what we're doing. Dean, want to know what made you... let's see. You want to know what made you even better at Satisfactory? What made me better at Satisfactory? Hungry? Alright. Also, Joysticks is asking how I've been. Pretty good. Although the air in my environment is getting dry. I'll probably fix that at some point. Hungry's response to make me better at Satisfactory is just making a real-life factory. That's a brilliant idea! I should make a real factory. I should call it Esla, named by the great Tesla company. It's not, I don't know. Greatest factory ever. Maybe. I don't know. Joyce says, I've been busy uploading a lot of games in the last week, all day, every day, after I go to sleep. Oh, alrighty. Very busy then. Actually, wait. Yeah, yeah, this is actually powered at the moment. Let's see. So, I think I'll just make all of these get sharded so that. Normally I would place like all of the assemblers that I need, but with the remainder that I actually need, I kind of want a symmetry look. So I'm just gonna overclock all of these, and that'll be the remainder assemblers that I need for the rest of the project. Okay. Joystick says it's not like playing like I used to. Used to have fun. Fun not. I'm feeling tired. Oh. Well, if you are feeling tired from playing some games, you can always take a break. You don't have to. You don't have to push yourself to play the same stuff every. I'm saying that, and here I am playing Satisfactory for hours every week. What I'm trying to say is you don't have to do the same thing forever. It just have some time to do other things. As much as I love this game, and I really do, I try to make sure that I have time to do other things besides this game. Yeah. Ender says, if that is the thing that makes you happy, you do it. Yeah, that kind of checks out. I'm not making any money doing the streaming stuff. I don't have enough subscribers to get passive ad revenue. And donation rates are a little low at the moment because YouTube join membership is I'm not to my liking. Oh, I keep forgetting to mention this. I got a Ko-Fi donations page. So if you do want to send me money for any reason, that's an option. Should be down in the description. Any money's fine, and if you can't donate, that's fine too. I don't really need money at the moment either, but it would be neat. All right, that's the dumb shill. I need to actually get better at shilling that out, but oh well. But yeah, to Ender's point, if it makes you happy doing it, then do it. Although, make sure that you have your life sorted out first. As in, like, you have the time to be able to have fun. Is the idea. If you can have the time to have fun, and you can live just fine, then that's totally good. Joystick says, well, yeah, I take a break from a lot of games. Okay, then, already on the right track, then. Ender asks if you can instantly delete items from a crate. I don't think you can. Or at least I haven't figured that out. Anyone in the chat, is that a thing that's possible? I would also like to know if that's possible. Although from what I've seen, it doesn't seem like a thing. That would be very handy, just so we can get rid of mass amounts of items without having to, like, drag every individual item to the destroy button. If you think it's a feature that should be added to the game, you should head over to Satisfactory's QA site, of which you can actually find in-game if you go to the feedback site section on the Escape tab. If you think it's a feature that should be added into the game, or you have a bug to report, you can go there. That's a thing. I just felt like saying that. You know what, speaking of going to the feedback site, I really need... Jeez, I can't remember who suggested this. Damn, I can't actually remember. It wasn't me that thought of this, but someone else had an idea of if you could like mass copy paste recipes into machines, so you don't have to like individually go to each and every machine to give it the same recipe. Like some kind of method of like you highlight the machines that you want and then copy paste, and then it pastes everything into the machines. That's like the idea that I think me and someone else came up with. I can't remember the life of me who that was. But I thought that was like an actual cool idea that could very well go to the Keyway site, and I haven't gotten around to doing that. Pika says that would be a great mod. It does sound like a good mod idea. I think only problem I see is how to implement a separate like highlighting mechanic. Because is it like the closest thing we got to a highlighting mechanic is like highlighting things to be destroyed, which when you want to copy paste stuff, that doesn't really work out too well. So maybe like if you hold down Control Paste. Actually, yeah, maybe this too. If you like, if you held down Control V, and at least this way you don't have to like constantly press the button, because right now you have to hold down the. Or you have to constantly press it to paste. That actually does sound like an interesting idea. One of which I really do need to get in the habit of going on the Keyway site sometimes and actually suggesting features and bug reporting. Oh, I completely missed this row. But yeah, that's like a bit of info on Satisfactory, the Keyway site. I guess other thing, just because I felt like mentioning it, the devs do have they like do a weekly dev stream where they just talk about some of the, or they ask questions that the community has questions for. And one of their main responses to, hey, is this going to be a feature? And they say, you could probably just go to the Keyway site and see if that's going to be a thing at some point. Just really good ideas all around. PK wraps. Pressing and hold Control V for 3 seconds to filter for machine that you're looking at. Copy its contents and drag it to nearby machines of the same type with auto paste. I mean, that could actually work. Just that way, so you don't have to put in a new scan feature. That actually could be kind of neat. Can I actually just... Hold on. Oh, wait, I need to make an account thing to add it in. Oh, hold on. Let me pull this up. Hold on a second. Let's see. I think this should be fine to do. Okay. All right, so I'm on the QA side right now. And one of the most requested features is to add the ability to play golf in the world. and the status of this is rejected. Which is that's like an old joke that's been in the community for like ever. Let's see, what other features are being suggested? Let's see, huge freeze on save and autosave. That'll last about 5 to 7 seconds. There seems to be a lot of like other features that may or may not be needed, really. Or I don't know. It takes a lot to look into. Hold on, where are you going, chat? Go on. There we go. You're on the correct monitor now. The reason that it was rejected was because Snut lost. Because let's see. The community devs had a competition to see who would win a game of golf, and if Snut won, they would add golf into the game. But if Jace won, they would add multiplayer support to the game. And Snut ended up losing, even though he was like really good at golf. It was just because of like some wacky shenanigans. Very wacky. But ever since then, people were wondering, hey, is there going to be golf in the game? It's very funny. Also, Fishbing's in chat. Hey, Fishbing. Welcome in. Currently working on a mod frame factory. And that's taking a lot of time. Let's see. I really love the developers of this game because they're very joking. Like they joke a lot about stuff, but they're also just as serious. I really hope that like in the future a lot of game companies are like them. I'd hope that. The fishies have come. Yes, the fishes have come. Hello. Wait, what did I say? No. They lurk in the chat. Anyways, making progress. Yay. Luckily, when it comes to a lot of these, I'm gonna say big, small projects that I'm doing, they actually end up being like about 3 hours long, which coincidentally is like how long I usually stream for. Which I find that interesting that like the amount of time that I spend actually working on my factories ends up being the amount of time that I feel like doing streaming anyway. I just find that interesting. That happened yesterday when I was trying to get my refined plate factory done, where I actually got done a little bit ahead of 3 hours, but like very close to it. I just think that was interesting. Trying to... good grief. Oh, hey, Ender, if you're listening, how's the aluminum factory going? Just kind of checking up on you, because Ender's gotten into aluminum lately, and I was kind of wondering how it's going. Although that is actually entailing that he's whatever. Wait, did these not? Oh, I missed these too when I was pasting in the recipe. Oh gosh, there's so many machines. Oh, Ender, there we are. I'm doing aluminum after I fixed my whole world because I didn't really know how to... didn't really like how many conveyor belts that were going everywhere. Oh gosh. I can already imagine what that looks like. Well, I wish you luck on the cleanup process. The whole, let's see, cleaning up in this game is a bit of a nightmare, but also really rewarding if you can get that done. But good luck with the cleanup business, basically. Anyway, speaking of whole cleanup business, whenever appreciate it. Yeah, you're welcome, Ender. Whenever playing Satisfactory, there's always like let's see. One of the big things with the game, I think, as well as like with any factory game, is actually not being satisfied with whatever factory that you have currently, and then you just want to completely take it down and rebuild it. That I actually think is just a natural part of the process when you're making big factories. Because over time, as you're building stuff, you have more resources that you can use to build more complicated factories. That can also be more condensed and just look nicer in general. So I heavily encourage taking apart stuff that you've built that you want to improve. Of course, that does take a lot of time, so if you're willing to spend the time for it, go ahead. I mean, the alternative, however, is completely restarting. Which, sometimes projects are just so big of a mess that you just might as well do an entire restart. Again, nothing wrong with that either. I think I'm like on, I think technically my third or fourth world of just playing Satisfactory, and all the worlds that I've had have had issues eventually that you might as well just need to restart it, more or less. Also, I've been thinking about something else. Whenever I do get done with this project, however that actually ends up being, however far I get with getting as many items per minute as I can, as cool as that would be, once I get this project done, which will probably take a couple months, I've always kind of wondered what I'm going to do after that. And, well, my main response to that, to myself, was that I'm going to be just playing Minecraft after that. Because I've got projects that I haven't got done yet there, so I want to go back and work on stuff there, basically. But every time I think about that, I always wonder, like, if I'd ever come back to Satisfactory, since that was like one of my main things that I've done. I won't know until probably a year, I guess. Fishbean says, I just go to another place and make a Factory 2.0, and then go back to the Factory 1.0 and replace all the stuff and destroy it. That actually does also work, seeing as that, if you just don't like where your base is, the map is so big that you can just go to somewhere else. That actually is like a good alternative. Especially since you can go back and destroy your old stuff and be like, ha, this was from an inferior me. I will destroy it and make something better from it. That can also be kind of satisfying. Remember, let's see, one YouTuber, Let's Game It Out, did something like that to his world, where everything was so irradiated because he purposefully caused a nuclear meltdown to make as much waste as possible, and then he spread it all throughout his base for the funnies. But then he reached a death loop situation where he kept dying every time that he got in. And so he eventually decided to just like completely restart and go to an entirely separate base. Of which, by the end of that episode, when he was going over all the absurd stuff that he does, he like made a hypertube launcher that sent him all the way back to the very first base that he made, which, in his own words, looked tamed by comparison to what he made afterwards. That being said, the thing that he made was absolute hell. Like, it was just spaghetti everywhere. But regardless, he got better at making spaghetti. And I think, I can't remember what exactly... Oh yeah, he like... To get rid of all of the nuclear waste, he stored it all in a bunch of dogs, and then threw them into the void because they have like a storage system. That was the thing he did. And he didn't want to recycle the waste, and you can't actually get rid of it normally, so he took unnecessarily drastic measures for no reason in particular. Don't know why he did that. It was for the views. Anyways, all that to say, always be improving it in whatever you're working on. I mean, it could just be satisfactory. It could just be like literally anything in life. If what you're making now is not satisfying, try to get it done as much as you can, and have it as a thing that you can look back on instead of, like, I guess an empty shell or a corpse. Or just see how much of it you can get done before the next project. Because as much as you want to put more effort into it now, you could also put the amount of effort that you're putting into your current project into your next one. Which, now that your next one is basically you redoing what you did before, but better. This was all a metaphor for improve yourself. Go make dumb projects. Joystick says we'll be off. Good luck, Dean. Dean. All right. Thank you, Joy. Thank you for tuning in, Joysticks. You have a good day, dude. Okay. Good grief. I usually keep forgetting like how many like the conveyor belts that are required to get all this stuff everywhere. Fishbean. Oh, with school projects, I would just make rough paper and then make slow improvements until the deadline. I mean, that kind of works, really. Like, alright, random example, because this is like the main one that I can think of. Making a movie script. So, at some point next year, I want to see if I can have time to actually make some movie stuff. Using Minecraft as like a story base, basically. And I always make a bunch of scripts, not just for video, not just for the movie ideas that I have, but just for videos in general. There's like some scripts that I do that it takes like a good chunk of time to get done, but I do go through like several iterations of them where I would just do the first instance is super runoff sentences, or run on sentences that would just go on forever with no rhyme or reason. Then that's just to get my thoughts on paper, because a thing that I've noticed is that I think faster than I can write or speak, so being able to get all my thoughts in one place in the first place is good enough. And then the next phase is rewriting the entire thing, like literally not even going off of what I liked on the first go around and then redoing the entire thing ever. Fishbean says it's more important to go from A to B than the route to be more efficient. Yeah. I mean, like I said, just like going from one side, kind of redoing it over and over again until you find something you're like. Excuse me. Fishbean says, "Oh, that's cool to make a movie screen, to make a script." Kind of. Fishbean also kind of makes those. Oh, sweet. Thank you, Ender. Wait, did I? Oh wow, I completely missed this row. Hold up. So on the topic of making scripts, one of the scripts that actually did end up becoming an actual video script was for the Deltarune Canonical Timeline Theory video. And I remember the first iteration, I was trying to be all cool and mystically. And well, if we take this information and then we add it to this other information, that's very interesting. And then we that roundabout logic just kept going on forever. I didn't like how the script worked. I liked the idea of it, but it was just too wordy. So at some point, I would actually just like completely stop my train of thought and then just start from the beginning again, and constantly redo it until I got something that I felt satisfying, and I knew it was satisfying because the moment I tried to keep redoing the script itself, and then I noticed, wait a second, I'm starting to use the same things over and over again because I like those as part of the script. It was like a talking point that kept coming up, so I thought of that as like a good idea. And other ideas, I can't really think of like a specific one on the top of my head. Oh, yeah. In the theory, I was trying to figure out how to condense down the ideas that would prove it. And a lot of it was, frankly, a lot of very small things that were up for interpretation anyway. So it was very difficult to tell if that was, like, intended to be a part of the... or, like, intended to be actual proof or just coincidental proof. And I kept going over it over and over again, trying to figure out if something's like a genuine, concrete addition to the theory that I'm trying to make, or just filler. Or it's not that it was filler; it was like actual important information, but just information that actually could be useful. Now, not every video does this, or every video essay does this. Some of them go into great detail about every nook and cranny bit of information, because too much information is better than no information, and also that means you don't have to make a second video on it, is the idea. Until you have to make a second video on it. Let's see. I need to figure out how to actually split everything. Give me a moment. This is all going to be one massive manifold. Anyways, trying to figure out how to either get rid of or reduce the amount of filler is always going to be a difficult challenge. Because sometimes even important information that you want to add into the video script that you've been working so hard on might actually end up accidentally being filler because it's like repeating information that you've already said. So, trying to redo the whole script that you've worked on so tirelessly, only to then find out, wait a second, I've already talked about this. Then you can try to condense those two facts together so that you can mention them at the same time. So that's like it's like one of the ideas, at least. Let's see. Basically, always be improving whatever you're working on. See how far you can get with it. Brutus isn't back in chat. Hey, buddy. Your skin is a one-shot character reference, right? Yeah, it is. The avatar that I'm using is based off of Nico from One Shot. Although I just end up being able to figure out a way to change like the scarf and the hair to be whatever color that I want, which is kind of cool. It was basically a Minecraft skin that I actually made like years ago. And I kept using it because I just really liked it. Let's see. Fishbane says the cutting part works best for me day after day. For me the day after. Oh yeah, because let's see. You do all of that work and then you do the whole sleeping on it technique. That also does work, and that's like a really good idea. Because maybe you have like really good ideas now, but then you sleep on it in a bed and you're like, yeah, maybe it's not the best idea. Maybe we could think of something else. Or you've thought of a even better solution to what you've already thought of. They've only done this like 3 times, so no clue. I mean, just try to, if you can, just try to spend more time on like whatever project that you find interesting at the time, and just get better and better at doing that thing. Welcome to Conveyor Belt Placing Simulator 2024, where we place a bunch of conveyor belts in a line. And that's all we do here on the Conveyor Belt Placing stream. That's it. Welcome to Satisfactory, the best game ever, where there's only conveyor belts. Alright. Almost done with this next part where I need to get half of the inputs distributed. Which, it just takes a bit. Oh, Kelnick's in chat. Hey, Kelnick. You gave a Korean a dog? How'd you get a dog? How did you go about doing this activity? I must know. It is very important. Let's see. Okay, I think that layer's ready. So that one's ready, so now I need to do the top section. Yeah, okay. Or is this one not going to take too long? Because I've already done, like, everything else. I think probably not. Okay, cool. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Kelnick, you're still on that show. Oh my goodness. Oh, now I find this funny. Both of your messages weren't on the normal YouTube live chat. It wasn't in the top chat. It was in live chat. That's weird. Yeah, good grief. Anyways, mod frames are actually... They're kind of almost done. Let's see. Do I want... What do I want here? I think I'll get... this top part ready, and that's going to go in that section. And the rest of our rods will go to you. And then that'll eventually distribute all of the rods to all of the assemblers that I need. Now, to get into the second part of this, where I get all of the refined plates sent over. Which actually might not take as long, because it's a little bit easier to get the splitters out for stuff that's on the ground. I'm just trying to think about stuff right now. Alright, so going into voice acting is something I've been wanting to do for I don't want to say for a long time. I think it's been something I've had a lot of fun doing, but I only feel like fairly recently have I actually really started to think seriously about that idea. That kind of started out like a good chunk of time ago when I got into, let's see, when I got into being a sound engineer. Mostly because, well, I say because I'm a sound engineer. It's like, it's difficult to say precisely. I've got the training in that area. I think I'm like really good in that. I actually went to school for that, is what I'm trying to say. But the more I got into being a sound engineer, the more I realized that, like, man, I'm paying like a lot of attention to all the little nuances for how sound actually works. So much so that I spent like thousands of dollars of equipment specifically just to get like the proper stuff that I need for my professional standards. And something I noticed when I was doing any of my voicing things is that I cared a lot about how sound actually gets sent into my microphone, and figuring out all the technical limitations towards why things happen. It was a long time ago. I had a problem with my like the sound of my graphics card getting picked up in my audio for some reason. Of which has been fixed, or it's been long fixed, but that's been like a thorn in my backside for years. And I'm kind of happy that I got that out of there. But like, geez, that took way too long for me to figure, because I was like, oh, I needed the like specific equipment in order to get the one sound that I don't want out of the system, is the idea. So now I feel like I'm in a position. I feel like I'm in a position where I can use what I've learned trying to get sound to work better, and I'm using that in my voice as well, trying to get like a specific voice. Good grief, specific voice. Whatever. I'm using the technique that I've used to get sound to be correct, to get my voice to be correct, to make voices of characters that I like trying to voice sound better. And I'm kind of thinking using that passion that I have to get sound to be as good as it possibly can. I think that can actually get me into a voice acting career. And that's kind of why I've been like very focused on doing that. And I have been thinking about like how I can start that. Let's see. Getting into voice acting isn't as easy as let's see. You just saying a bunch of funny stuff and then people think that you're good. No, it's a lot more than that, because not only is the funny voices that people make a part of the voice acting thing, it's also actually becoming whatever character that you're trying to act as. You know, like acting. And I haven't been 100% certain on if I'd gotten that down. I think it's more like I may be able to read off lines, but can I like put emotion in those lines a lot better? And that's been something I think I not quite struggle with, but I think I just need to pay more attention on whenever I'm like voicing stuff. But I think if that's the only problem that I have, and I'm like very mindful of it, I'm pretty certain whenever I get into a professional setting, I'm pretty sure I can get into that. Would you be willing to do some commissions from Fishbean? I've thought about that. Like, I've actually thought about that. Especially like as an option for donating. Like, I do have a Ko-Fi donations page up right now, but it's very bare bones, and it's just enough to say, hey, you donated money, thank you very much. But as for like an actual reward, it could commissions actually could work really well. Hey, if you If you give me some money, I can do a commission. I would actually like to get into that. I mean, like, even starting out small would be really nice. So, I think the only limitation at the moment is that I just got to set something up to actually allow commissions to be registered in. So that's just a thing I need to spend a lot of time to piece together how I want to do that. Oh, Not Darks is here. Hey, Darks. Welcome back. Alright, so to get you up to speed on what's going on, I'm making a massive factory. Shocker, I know. And it makes modular frames. I have like half the parts that I need ready. I just need to get the other half distributed. I haven't forgotten you yet. I'll live on inside of you forever, because memories. I don't that sounded weird. But also, a topic I was talking about was just getting into voice acting, and Fishbean was thinking about if I would do commissions. Inside me? That's not what I meant. Definitely not. Don't take me out of context. Nope. Kelnick says, voice acting. I sometimes wish I wasn't so... Cartevary. I mean, wish I had the speech defect with the R's. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. I get an idea of that. Really wanted to go into voice acting and singing, but despite that, I mean, I don't want to say like. Let's see. Shoot. Let me think about what I want to say. To be a voice actor, it's not like you need the perfect voice or anything. There's actually like a good chunk of people out there who are actual voice actors that all they do is just literally read in their own voice. It's just like sometimes you just need a narrator, basically, and if some people like someone's voice, they'll just hire them as a narrator anyway. I don't personally know what it'll take for me to be the voice that someone wants, but I won't know for certain until I like explore around a bit. So the Fishbean suggesting getting commissions of actually would probably be a good way to test the waters, as to say. Also figuring out how I should price my voice, because it is technically still work that I'm doing, and I'd like to get compensated for that. But I also need to figure out like how much should I or how much. I don't know, just trying to figure out value on these things is very difficult. Dark says, I'd love to do either voice acting or just acting in general. I mean, it's just super fun doing it. It's just really, really fun. Okay, just that one part's left. All right. Really quick, I gotta go check up on something really quick. So this is just gonna be a quick break. Very quick, as in I'll probably be coming back in like a minute or two. Observe the orb. I shall return. I will be back in a bit. Dark says that he's into drama class at school, not acting on a stage too, or trying to act on a stage too. Oh, that'd be cool. Okay, I want to continue the conversation, but I gotta go check on a thing. I'll be right back. Yep. Is that the orb in my chat? Why is there an orb in my chat? Yeah. Why is there an orb in my chat? Ah! Oh my gosh. It's the mystical orb. Alright, I'm back. That wasn't too long. Kelnick killed the orb, it's okay. Yeah, thank you, Kelnick. Oh yeah, he ate it. Oh my gosh. Alrighty. Where were we? Or let's see, no, Ender is eating Koraba right now? While watching Dean. Crazy. I don't know what that kind of a food is. Sounds delicious. Alright, oh yeah, Kelnick said... Ah, damn, why am I being so generalist? I want to be everything and nothing at the same time. I mean, I'm interested in drawing, gaming, video editing, voice acting, singing, cinema, creation, and more. I mean, it's fine to want to do a lot of stuff, but I do think it is a good idea to like figure out what's... Well, it's not... I don't think it's enough to say, like, find out what you want to do that makes you happy. It's just something that... I mean, for me, I also want to do a bunch of drawing and video creation as well, but frankly enough, the easiest thing that I've ever done is talking for this long. And like, that's just been a thing that I do. And I didn't really realize that I liked doing that all that much without going into the streaming thing. I didn't even think I'd be streaming this much, but it is really something that I like doing. And now I'm feeling like getting into voice acting just because I'm like, man, I'm really good at talking, like weirdly good at that. So maybe for you, Kelnick, it might be just, or I guess this goes for everyone too. Finding something that's like really easy for you to do specifically, and it might take a long time to actually find that. So like if you're not satisfied with where you're at the moment, either you haven't found the thing, whatever that might be, that is like the easiest for you to do, or just need to improve skills in some area. Although that's weird for me to say because it took me years to get to this point. And I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life up until then. It takes a long time, like an aggravating amount of time to even get close to figuring out what you or like anyone wants to do really in their life. I mean, in another parallel universe, I could have went in and did like other specific jobs to some extent, and I wouldn't be streaming this much. Or other thing, I could have gone more into my video editing skills and tried to sell myself as a video editor a lot more. It's taken a long time to get to where I am now, and I actually have like a lot of different skills too. Yeah. Other thing. It is very good to have multiple skills in everything. You don't have to be the best at all of the things that you're good at, but it's really nice to have general knowledge of a lot of different things. Like just that general knowledge alone will take you pretty far. Let's see. Dark says, "Oh no, I'm sick again. By the way, oh no." You just got over whatever the COVID sickness from before. No. Let's see. Dark says, I find acting to be a reason to get out of my comfort zone and be myself. That's also something else I like about it. It's essentially why I like it. Ah, that makes sense. Let's see, Fishbean says, I disagree. I'm both good at math and studying engineering, but I like writing as a dyslexic person. I like, let's see, hold on. I like doing stuff I'm not good at. Ooh. Ah, very brave. Huh. Actually, okay, you say that, and I'm actually trying to think on, like, points to make that. That's actually something else. Getting out of your comfort zone is actually a very beneficial thing to do, just to be able to try out different things from different perspectives. Very, very good. But that kind of, I mean, I think that goes with the, if you're able to get around and do different stuff, some people would like that more. I mean, oh, okay. I'm actually trying to think about what kind of a point I'm trying to make, because that's a problem I don't do very well. It's hard for me to actually make points about whatever I'm talking about. I just end up blabbering on forever. But let's see. From a perspective of someone who's trying to look for a voice actor, wouldn't it be really nice if not only are they good at the voice acting stuff, but they're also good at understanding the actual mic systems? Like, they may be really good at voice acting specifically, but wouldn't it be nice if they also were good at sound engineering? Now, good news. I also have that skill. It's never bad to learn things that you're not good at, just so you at least have knowledge of that. Let's see. Kenlick says, I believe, let's see. I believe that nothing prohibits you from being a generalist. After all, you can be a professional specialist in something, one. But also being good in other things, not professional, but good. Shoot. I understand what you're trying to say though, Yelnik. And I think that's what a lot of is that what a lot of schools want people to be though, trying to be good at a little bit of everything, or at least know about it. You know what? I think also my view on how to actually be a worker in society is a little bit skewed, because I personally think you need to be really good at what you do, because you just need to be good at what you do. Otherwise, what's the point of hiring someone that if they don't know what they're doing? I don't know. I think just where I grew up, that's kind of like the mindset that I got in. Wait a second. Don't tell me. Hold on. Oh no. Oh wait. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. I thought when I placed a bunch of these that there was a problem with how the splitter was actually functioning, and I thought that the whole line had a problem like that. So hopefully that's fine. Dark says, I got signed out of college because it didn't feel, or got signed out of school because it didn't feel good. That's why I'm here now. Oh, all right. Well, I hope you can recover from whatever sickness that you've got this time. It is around that time in fall, middle of fall, where people get allergies. I'm very much accustomed to getting a sinus infection around this time of year. I'm actually surprised that I haven't gotten one yet. I think that's just because I've been like super cautious, though. Like, that is to say, I've noticed a lot that I get sick around like late October, middle of November, and that's just because of fall and how there's, you know, allergies in the air. I get kind of affected by that, but over time I've learned to figure out like what triggers stuff like that, like going too close to, annoyingly enough, too close to rustling leaves, or, you know, dust, just dust in general, really. That kind of stuff triggers my sinuses, and it just doesn't like it too much. And then I also have to figure out how to get like that dust out of my system once it gets there. Which that's been a difficulty too. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, I really need to clean my room at some point because it is very dusty. I might need to actually spend some time one day on like a week off and do some de-dusting, so I can live in a clean environment that hopefully I won't get a sinus infection for. That's the hope. Sonic Racer's in chat. Hello, hello. So Sonic, just to get you caught up on what I'm doing, I'm making a modular engine factory, and I'm actually kind of close to done. Very, very close to it, though. He's Arple again. Yep. I just felt like being purple today. Funny enough, that's like the first time that anyone's noticed that. Or like the first time anyone acknowledged that, wait, you're a different color now. Because I like keep changing the color whatever I feel like. I'm the purple guy. I'm purple guy. Oh my. Also, we're kind of getting conversing about jobs, I guess. I was talking about being a voice actor. Some people in chat were talking about like different career paths, or just the philosophy of career paths, something like that. Anyways, all that being said, I might open up commissions at some point to get voice acting, like as an actual thing. I need to really get in the habit of taking those first big steps that is kind of needed if I want to actually get anywhere as a voice actor. Because as much as I want to tell myself that you have a year to do it, this is like the last year of your life that you will have before you have to be responsible and whatnot. Or I don't know, I could start now and start amassing not just the wonderful following that's been on my channel, which thank you all very much for tuning in on my streams. It does mean a lot. But just taking steps now so that I don't have to take those steps later is kind of the idea that I want to do. So opening up commissions is going to be a good step at some point. Let's see. I kind of like saying being a person who always jokes about because it happened at basically stuff isn't making him happy very much. Now in that aspect, I don't know what to really talk about, because that's just a problem like everyone has to some extent. Some people more than others, obviously, but there's way too many factors to account for to make someone happy. It could be the lack of specific proteins, or an entirely different societal thing. I don't think medication's gonna fix a lot of those issues. It can help in the short term, but there's other ways to help people out. Let's see. Let's get this set up now. Actually, wait, there's a ceiling. Sonic Rachel says, if you want to be happy, then why not take some walks every once in a while? Maybe catch up with some friends, grab a bite even. There are many ways you could be happy in the world. I hesitate a bit because that is like a good idea to have. Like, you can find happiness just if you enjoy life and all of its various bounties. Then there's like the odd times where that's frankly just not enough. And I think at that point that just needs like what would that be? Like a whole rebranding of how you do your life, which that's a lot of effort. I don't know if that's actually the answer though. I'm just saying stuff that's in my mouth. Well, the possibilities are endless. No, they're not. I'm gonna be frank, they're not endless. There's a limit. Can't expect yourself to go into different countries every time that you want. Whatever. Not sure about talking about that anymore, but, let's see. There is no recipe for happiness. There just isn't. Because it's literally different for everyone, and unfortunately everyone's got to go on a different journey to figure out where the heck their happiness is. Because there is no map. There never was one to begin with. We can give tips. Excuse me. We can give tips. That's probably the most that we can do. We can like help guide people around, but it's difficult. It's very difficult. Good grief. I'm just thinking a lot about stuff that's been going on. Comic says, even right now, I'm simply making my brain distracted from being sad and empathetic. Well, I won't deny that as a reason for hanging out on streams or trying to hang out with people. Although, I don't really know how to respond to that, because that is like a legitimate concern that I think, like, it's not like a select few people have this problem. No, I think everyone has issues that they're going through. Even the most successful people have problems that they have to deal with. just like a random thought. Do I want to think about that? I don't think I want to. Oh well. It's a difficult... Wait, I didn't... damn, I didn't finish this path. Hold on. And I finished the other side. I did finish the other side, okay. And it's not... Oh, it is. It's just very slow. Okay. There are times when I feel like that as well, and the only way that I've gotten out of that, as much as I want to like maybe scroll through YouTube videos for like the longest time, listening to music, playing Satisfactory. It inevitably becomes a point when we just need to face reality and fight against whatever's making us sad or depressed, whichever way. You can distract yourself for a time being, but at some point it's gonna be there until we figure out a problem. Only way that I've gotten around my issues, I guess, is just thinking about them forever. Trying to figure out some answers, and I think I figured out enough answers that I'm comfortable with whatever happens. But, you'll probably come up with some other crazy logic later. Who knows? Kenlick says, I feel like I can try everything but can't do anything. Factually incorrect, I guess. I don't know how to say that, because there is ways how you can do a lot of stuff. Although I guess you mean if, like, finding meaning is my... I'm guessing is like the limiting issue. I don't even know if what I'm doing is like the correct method, whatever that may be. Actually, do I want... Trying to figure out where what direction I want all of this to go. Because I could have it all collapse onto this one path, which might be interesting. Actually, I'm going to do that, because I don't want to have all the items going, like, super far away. Let's see. I guess kind of finishing up for Kelnick a bit. I think it's normal to think that there's just times everyone goes through where they, I guess, have self-doubt. I don't know how to really word it, because I'm not a psychiatrist, so I don't know specifically on what it is. Oh, I don't have a degree in psychiatry or psychoanalysis, whatever. Calnex is satisfied with drawings, voice, everything. If you think they're bad, you can try to improve on it, I guess. But or I could just be kind of blunt, I guess. Shoot. Well, here's my question. Is that going to stop you? Is that going to stop you from doing stuff that you want to do? Or are you going to move forward despite that? Build your own path if one isn't made for you. Look, man, I don't know what you want me to say about this. This is like a serious topic, and I'm not big on the serious topics, really. More like I don't know how to, like, deal with that kind of stuff, because it's different. Sonic Race says everything you do is wonderful, but think it's bad because of all the things you think people are saying about you, or they're just saying about yourself. Don't get me wrong, your profile pic is amazing. I kind of second that. It actually does look good, like, genuinely. Bet your voice sounds wonderful too. I've actually heard him talk like a number of times. I think it's kind of interesting. Let's see. Fishbean, does it even matter what is good or bad in the end? We just kind of exist. Yeah. Despite what everyone wants to think, we just kind of exist. It's actually that's kind of a good stance on that. Tomorrow is another day, and stuff like that. At the end of the day, we're just some weird animals that think too much because we have survival already figured out, so we don't really need to think about it too much. And now we're left with boredom. Question is, what are we going to do with this quote-unquote boredom? We could do nothing and survive forever. That's an option. But that's boring. There's got to be other stuff to do in the meantime. We're fleshy beings that walk on legs. That was from Sonic. We're just things. How I think about it, though, it's like I said. Technically speaking, we are like actual animals. I don't want to think of humans as anything different. We are like different, technically, just because of what we're able to think about, or what we've been able to make, or what we've been able to make. Which is notably different from a squirrel. But we're trying to survive. We're trying to just survive and keep living. As long as we do that, that's fine. Whatever happens between that is whatever happens. Let's see. Fishbean had the same mind-shattering experiences and ideas, but then I go to bed, and then I wake up and have to eat. Tomorrow is another day. Watch DeanSpillaBean. Let's see. Another tongue twister. Watch DeanSpillaBean stream to cure boredom. It might work. At least for a couple hours. Oh, yeah, just to kind of catch up on what's going on. I have all of the reinforced iron plates and rods sent over to the assemblers. I'm now getting all of the outputs set up so that I can actually get all of those mod frames to a central location. Which also means I'm actually really close to getting this small project done. Whoopee! Okay, where are the rest? Okay, this is the last row, or last section, I guess. I say last a lot in like various contexts. This is the last part of part 1. Now on to part 2. This is the beginning of part 2. Now on to the last part of part 3. Part 2. What part are we on? This is getting confusing. All right. Well, since we're on the topic of problems, a fear I got is losing control of whatever thing I actually do, because I actually feel like while I may have the determination to do really cool things, like I really do, I think I'm also equally worried about what it'll inevitably mean for me, I guess. Yes. It's hard to really say what these fears actually are, because they're like, in a way, imaginary, but not really. Like, they're like actual fears that I have in terms of, when I get better at doing things, eventually I'll reach a plateau, and I'm not sure what I'll do when I reach that plateau. But one thing that does keep me going is knowing there's definitely something else out there. I just need to take it slow. I think that's also why I like do everything very very methodical, I guess. Like, I don't rush into things. I like cautiously dance around them for sometimes years until I feel like actually tackling something. And that's kind of a good and bad thing. I need to kind of break that habit, though. Because that ends up being me not wasting time, but like I have the knowledge, I have the determination to do specific stuff, so I might as well move forward with what skills I have currently and see how far I can go. I guess kind of an equivalent thing is like a expedition explorer that thinks they're better than what they are actually, and goes on journeys that they don't know if they can survive. I don't know what waits for me at the end of trying to become a voice actor. I don't know. It'll be interesting, though. I know for certain. And I guess I got two choices in that aspect. I could either wait around until next year and then maybe start thinking about actually taking this seriously, or I can just start it now. And I think I really do just need to push myself and get into it. That's what I did with streaming, really. I wasn't sure if I would like streaming at all until I got into it a lot. Here I am, talking to a bunch of different people for several hours at a time. I very much enjoy it. I like interacting with people a lot. Get a lot of different ideas. Different ideas and perspectives I would have never had before. So thank you all very much. Right, almost to the mod frame section. Oh, I guess, video I'm still working on, and I'm a little annoyed that I need to work on it some more, like, actually. It's getting my State of Dean video done, where, I actually kind of talk about some of these things in it. Not like the whole video is that, but, there's, like, some sections where I talk about my thoughts on the whole streaming thing, thoughts on like some games that I played, or like future activities that I want to do as well. That all being said, I just really need to get that video done. Wyvern's in chat. My computer is laggy eternal. Wow, you should probably get a better game, like Doom Eternal. Anyways, Wyvern, Thanks for tuning in. We're working on getting a mod frame factory set up, and we're on like the final stages of getting it done. I just need to get all of the mod frames connected, basically, or all the outputs done. Sonic Versus says, "Purple guy, how come you spill beans?" What? Who said that I spilled beans? Who told you that? No one told you that. You didn't hear that from me. No way, Jose. Wyvern noticing its bite the dust. Yeah. He's good. Pizza Tower OST is a banger. It is really good. I like it. Let's see. So those two are going here. I think the outputs here will eventually go up to the center one. Yeah. This is gonna look really interesting when I get it all done. It's not gonna have any form to it though. Like the whole thing's just gonna be floating, which will be funny. Wyvern, right now I'm working on an Into the Fire remix. Ooh, that'd be pretty cool. It's literally called Out of the Frying Pan into the Fire. Will there be fish sticks? Hopefully. I actually don't like fish sticks, but it reference to there being a fish stick in a frying pan and all. Whatever. Let's see. Sonic Pizza Tower should have been the one to win the Game Awards at the point, not Cocoon, which isn't an indie game. You know what? I kind of second that. But also, do the awards matter? Do they actually matter? To some people, they do. It's a way to get officially recognized. But I mean, to some extent, I kind of think some awards don't entirely matter. Like I said, it does mean a lot if you want to get recognized. But it's hard to award everything. Because that's where participation awards arise. Great, another tongue twister. Okay. Dilla Billa Speen Dean Billa Dean Bean's favorite food is beans. It's actually apples. This has been confirmed before at some point. Yeah. Good grief. Let's see, they're talking about how the Cocoon winner of the indie game wasn't actually an indie game developer, it was a AAA developer. Which one? By Geometric and Enipuro Interactives. Sus. I don't really follow that much on game awards that much. I know, like I said, it means a lot to some people. I'm just one of those that I don't think it means a lot to. Will Satisfactory win Game of the Year? Probably not. Doesn't move away from the fact that it's a really good game. Could say the same about Pizza Tower or like any other game, really. Also, it's difficult planning a game's release around the time of award ceremonies, because well, game development is really difficult. So if you try to base everything around getting everything done at a deadline, the game ends up being a little worse. And by comparison, it's nice to have deadlines, but game development is hard, very, very hard. Do you think this game took like what, 6 years? Did it take like 6 years or so to make Satisfactory what it is today? This was not just something that they made in their backyard or over like a lunch break or something. No, this took like an absurd amount of effort. It required a team of dedicated developers and an equally sized team of equally dedicated QA testers, the fans, to get it to where it is today. This is an amazing game from that. Will it get any awards for it? Well, you know what? It won Game of the Year in our hearts. For some people, the actual Game of the Year will be the one that everyone can play. No one will play this. To some extent. There's actually a lot of people that are playing it right now, which is cool. Wyvern mentioning that popularity votes don't count against judges' votes, which is stupid. That is a little whack, seeing as that it's supposed to be a popular vote anyway. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Wyvern says 44,000 positives against 2,000, and the 2,000 game won? These judges need a lobotomy. What they need is just an entirely different system. Or, different priorities, I guess. Okay, so that's that bottom row settled, which is nice. Okay, is that everything? No, not quite. I need one more. How do I want to do this? The real question is, will Deltarune become Game of the Year whenever it comes out? I don't think it will, because the new chapters keep getting released all the time. It'll be kind of annoying. It's not even Game of the Year at that point, it's Game of the Century. Sonic Racer mentioning that not a lot of people knew what Cocoon was until the Game Awards. Ah. Yeah, that settles it then. It was rigged. Maybe, I don't know. Oh, by the way, in the background while I was doing this project, I got a modular frame factory done, which is nice. Anna's asking if I'm making pasta today. Not today. That day might be approaching a lot quicker than we think, though. Oh, you're back to purple? What do you mean back to purple? I was blue before, but then I became red, but then I became orange, and now I'm purple again. No, I wasn't again. I just am purple now. But yeah, hey Anna, welcome back. Let's see. I did the whole streaming today, and I got modular frames automated, woo, which is like one of the big parts that I needed for this whole entire project. Woo, wonderful. True, it feels close to your old blue. It kind of, it is pretty close. But yeah, I'm trying that out now. Alright, so, that's done. What's wrong with you? You're not getting anything. Is that because it's very picky? Oh, that's because it's missing it. Cool. I like it when my splitter doesn't actually split off of a conveyor belt. I very much like it. There we go. Now it's getting reinforced plates. Are you guys experiencing the same issue? You all don't even have splitters. No wonder you all aren't experiencing. Oh well. Oh, Ender's back. Hey, Ender. I'm like right on the cusp of getting the mod frame project done. I just need to get all these splitters actually splitting correctly, basically. Sonic Racer says Blue Dilla Speen. Let's see. Blue Dilla Speen Bean. Good grief, these are getting worse. Blue Dilla Speen Billa Dean Bean Spilla Bean Dean will always be in my heart. Well, thank you. Thank you, Sonic. Cool. At least I did this section. You're not getting reinforced plates, is it? It's because of the same reason where a splitter didn't actually get put onto the conveyor track correctly. Of course it didn't. Alright, so all those are active, that's cool. Are you all starting to get active? I'd hope so. This whole system is like a massive manifold system, so it's it takes a while for things to build up, basically. What's up? No. Oh, thank goodness. I just didn't put in the conveyor belts here. Thank goodness. Thought like the whole belt just decided not to connect properly. So, yay? Question mark? Oh no. Sonic Racer, I preferably call Villa Dilla Speen Bean random gibberish now because I think he's not human. He's a fake Dean Bean Dilla Spilla. Why else would he change color? Well, maybe because that's just a property that I have. I can just do that now. Maybe I'm a chameleon. But like an actual one. Maybe that's who I am. I'm not actually Nico. I'm chameleon. Well, now I'll get people saying, am I a chameleon in chat? Faker! No, you are fake! No, I'm not fake. I'm the real one. I think. Maybe. There's no doppelganger anywhere, is there? No evil mastermind, no evil twin? Hopefully not. I found you, Faker! Faker? I think you're the fake hedgehog around here. You're comparing yourself to me? Ha! You're not even good enough to be my fake. I'll make you eat those words! Funny Sonic. That is what a faker would say. Ah, no, you're all against me now. Alright, hold on. Okay, that should be working. Is it just that the... Okay, it is actually getting reinforced plates. It just takes a while. Okay, I think, proceeds to make him eat those words. Alright, I'll just deactivate this so that it can build up pretty quick. Alright, let's see how fast we get mod frames. And luckily, the whole project ended up taking a bit less than 3 hours. I had like 20 minutes to spare, so we can actually talk for a while. Yay! Opposite of yaw dot impeg. Yeah. Bip bip. Yeah. Yep. 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 It's a pizza tower thing. Oh. Also, I just looked away for a moment, and then I looked at my mod frames. That's a lot of mod frames. Oh my gosh. All right, so yeah, this is the final factory that we got. I think I need to probably make sure that like rates are actually good and that things are actually connecting and not connecting for no reason. Oh well. Maybe I also need to probably check and make sure the reinforced plates are... How is this factory doing? Is it all green? I mean, it looks all green. Loads of visible. It seems all green, so this is producing as fast as it can currently. So I think because my whole system's a mega manifold, with like how big this actually is. Actually, wait, hold on. I'm gonna zoom out a bit. Ah, look at this. Right, so we got like one lane over there, then it splits into 3 lanes, then it splits into 5 lanes. It's perfect. It's wonderful. I love it. Now the real question is, to what extent is my factories going to look like this? Because if I'm just going to be building into the void or into the air, this is going to look really wacky. This is very nice, though. Lots of mud frames. Yells. Let's see. I'm gonna just put a bunch of rods, coal, iron. Put the Mercer spheres away. Okay. Activate just for a moment so that all these items go away. Is it actually producing more mod frames than it can get rid of? I find that as a little funny. Okay, I'll wait for that. What's that smell? It's the smell of the salts. The pasta factory. Of the saddest pasta factory. I don't know why I read that as salts. Question. Question for people. This kind of goes back to what Fish mentioned earlier, or thought about earlier, where getting commissions up. If I did like open up commissions somehow, what kind of voices would people actually like, or like to what extent? That's like a field that I'm not certain on, because I haven't messed with it enough to figure out like what kind of voices would people actually want. What? Oh, earlier I was talking about me being a voice actor at some point, and one of the people in my stream called FishBean. They asked if I was going to do commissions at some point, and I thought that that might be something that I should do. As like a guy that wants to be a voice actor, I should probably do the voice acting thing and get commissions for that. Although, what exactly like the voices that people might be wanting, I'm not too certain on. Sonic Racer says yes. Ah, wonderful. It can be anything. You sound a lot like a voice actor for someone, to be honest. You're right. I should be. Not trying to be rude. If you're probably one of the voices from the dudes at Skate 3, hold on. Oh, now I'm curious. What does that sound like? Yo, dude, you should totally like do the thing and whatnot. Yeah, bro. Hold on. I'm gonna pull that up just to. That's not the. I guess that's just showing off a bunch of tricks. Oh well. Oh, whatever. Anyways, in terms of what actual voices I can actually do, that's a good question. I'm trying to figure that out myself. A friend of mine, though, Silence, we got together and we've been playing a game called Danganronpa, and it's an anime game, and it's kind of odd and weird, but we have a lot of fun like voicing all the characters on there, and we had like a lot of really good voices for that, actually. Let me see if I hold on. Let me see if I can pull up the something. Like me and him actually did some good voice acting. Actually, wait. Why am I pulling up the video? I have stuff for later. And like I said, I had the worst voices. No, I think he did Mondo pretty well, honestly. Actually. Like, I think he did Mondo really good, like, with what voices that you had. Do you want me to say you could have done better? Yes. You could have. Everyone else could have done better, too. I'm getting... Sometimes I don't like whatever voices I give the characters, so I try to improve on that. And you should, too. If you think they're not good voices, then work on trying to make them better, figuring out what's wrong with the voices and try to get better at that. Let's see. Give me a kickflip 360 with a drop kick on the wimpy kid, and a quick flirt with the girls, while grinding on the rails and also a vertical U-turn and blah 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 blah. Says Wyvern. My sibling used to play that and scared me to bits upon the execution of the vacuum. What? that is super out of context. Can I actually like? Gosh, now as much as I want to pull up like stuff that I could probably use to give you all like a context of like the voices thing, I think I might actually make a video that's like a compilation of a bunch of different voices that I've done for a bunch of different characters over my mini streams. I think that'd be kind of nice. I call for context on what Wyvern. What? Says Brodust. All right, Wyvern, you're outvoted. What's the context? All right. I think whenever I do get commissions opened up, I'm gonna try and have a video ready as well that just is a big compilation of a bunch of different voices that I've done for characters over time. See how that goes. Danganronpa? I think that's how you say it. Let me actually go through the full effort of what I set out to do. Hold on. Shoot, where is it? Was it in self-promote? Oh yeah, here it is. Maybe I'll... Oh wow. Yeah, his Danganronpa videos are actually getting better. Yeah, that is how you word it. Let's see. Okay, here we go. That video. Me and Silence did some recording, and we got. We did a bunch of random voices. I think we both did pretty good. Kelnick actually was in some of them. I think like one of them for now. It's difficult because we have to like coordinate time zones, so he's not there for all of them. But I forgot which part Kelnick actually shows up. I think it's like, shoot, was it the next one? I guess in the chronologically, maybe. We'll find out. Let's see. Kelnick says, I know that I can be better, but I don't understand how. I mean, drawing, for example. The second is the response to me when. Was it? Hold on. I need to like double check things. I think probably Kelnick, you're when you were here with us, it was. I'm gonna guess whenever the next episode comes out, whenever he gets around to posting that. I think we'll need to find that out. Let's see. On the topic of improving how. You know what? That's actually a good question. I've been trying to figure that out myself. Even like in every aspect, really. Maybe that could be something interesting. Just figuring out how. Maybe, okay. Something that I did in order to even figure out how to get better thing is even possible, or what that even is, was just seeing what other people did that I'm interested in. Trying to see what they did and effectively reverse engineer what they did, and trying to figure it out from there, basically. At least that's how I like solve the problem of how exactly to do things. Just see how better people do it, and then try to either mimic it or figure out how it works in the first place. That could be a good start then. Let's see. Wyvern, die! Thy end is now. Crush! Prepare thyself, weak creature of steel, and thy punishment is die. Thy end. Sonic Racer, try to find the perfect pose for a character. It doesn't have to be personal, though. You know, Cal says, everyone just says use a reference, and I'm hecking sick of that. I guess in that case the problem might be like making something that you have no reference for, which actually is a little bit difficult. I would know. I'm going through that right now. It's really annoying. It is significantly harder to make art when you don't have a reference, though. So, like if you're trying to draw a human, just as an example, just any old human, you try to analyze what makes that human a human. Like, what kind of features that they actually have. Same with a dog, try to figure out those features. You have to look kind of at the reference to get that to work. So, maybe like different applications of whatever references that you end up using might be it. Good grief, I'm not an expert in that. Or maybe I am, and I want to say that I'm not an expert. I don't know. Wyvern says, Sonic Racer strikes a taunt. Okay, taunts to the best. Taunts to the beat. Boom, bam, boom, bam, boom. Let's see. It is getting really nice. Right, so we didn't have enough time to work on the next part of the project, which was getting the industrial beams set up. But I think I should be able to get that done next time, which would be nice. Actually, what do I need to pull up my numbers really quick? Let's see, I need 83 assemblers, probably 84 probably, in order to get the industrial beams that I need. I have the concrete and steel. I think that's great. Kelnick says, I just hate everything that I do. Sonic asks, what, is just a habit? Really, I think the best tip that any of us could probably give is to... okay, I'm trying to actually think about that. Because if the answer could be, oh, just keep working and it'll be better, well, then it's going back through the negative cycle again. So that's a difficult habit to get out of. Also, getting positive reinforcements kind of ends up contradicting sometimes, which is weird. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to suggest getting out of the bad habit of hating all of the work that you do. Just most that I got is actually, hold on, I'm trying to actually figure something out. I don't have an answer for that. Every time I do something, I have empathy or hate towards one of my creations. Again, I don't know what kind of tips I could actually give to help with that. I could say, just do specific stuff in a specific way, and everything just ends up being better. I don't know what the recipe is. Wyvern says, brother, man, look at the shit I make and tell me if your stuff is worse. It creates an excellent masterpiece. Man, this thing is terrible. Wait, but it's actually really good. No, it's actually terrible. Appreciate what you made, I guess. Ender says, I can't even draw a circle. How about this one? I didn't draw my character at all. I just... Okay, Windows. I may have made the skin for my character, which is kind of nice. There's some problems that I have with it, but I just never felt like fixing those. And I wanted to make my avatar work, and the only way for me to actually end up doing that was taking pictures in Minecraft. I can't draw all this. This is ridiculous. My old drawings, my hand-drawn drawings, were actually really, really nice. But my digital drawings, though, frankly, crap. I honestly don't like my digital drawings very much. Some of them actually do look kind of cool, like the laptop that I got here. This is the only painted thing, or drawing thing that I've actually done in a while. And it looks okay. The thumbnails as well that I do, honestly, it's just stacking a bunch of layers on top of each other and making them look nice. That's kind of where my drawing comes in. But being able to make all of those features itself, that is a difficult art, or a difficult skill as well. Huge respect for people who can make those magnificent works of art that's impossible to make. I can't do that. As much as I'd like to. King W the Fourth is in chat. Hello! Yo! Wow, poor timing. I'm just about to end the stream. But anyways, just to catch you up, King, I made a modular frame factory. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, unfortunately. But yeah, the whole thing is a big modular frame factory that takes a bunch of reinforced iron plates and in rods, combines them together, gets mod frames. I think what was it, 200 a minute? 400 a minute, I think is what it was. Let's see. I'm plopping myself back down. But yeah, that ended up taking about 3 hours. Anyways, I think that's going to be end of the stream. I got to get ready to go do some other stuff like eating food, and also working on some video projects that I really should be working on right now. But oh well. Tomorrow we'll be getting into In Stars and Time, and actually hold on. Let's see if I can find it really quick. Great stream, Dean. Thank you, Ender. Let's see. King Dummy says, by the way, I couldn't be in the previous stream because I was busy. Nice to stop by. Oh yeah, thank you very much. Kelnick's worried about what he'll do. I don't know how to deal with this. I don't. I'm gonna be frank. I don't know. Like it. I'm sorry for how you feel, Kelnick, but I don't know. I don't think I can help. Like it. I don't know if I can. I don't think I can. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyways, boom. Thumbnail for In Stars in Time. This actually ended up being pretty cool. Let's see. Can I just? There you know. There we go. So that's the thumbnail that I'm going to be end up using for the In Stars in Time stream. That one, this one was actually made in Minecraft, and I like made a background for that, and then just like grayscale my characters. The logo itself also I kind of took, but it ended up looking pretty cool. PK Raps is back. Oh, all right. Oh, by the way, PK Raps, I got the since he just returned, I got the modular frame factory done. I just need to probably double check some stuff, but it's pretty much good. King Dummy says it sounds cool based on the name, though. Oh yeah, the game itself is an RPG game where the main character is stuck in a time loop and goes through a lot of mental health problems just because of that. So it's gonna be like Undertale in one shot in that aspect. Oh boy, that's gonna be a joyous time. Probably not really, but whatever. It's gonna be a good story anyway, and it actually. Seems like it's going to be kind of fun to play around with, despite all the things that might happen. Whatever. But yeah, thank you all very much for tuning in. King Dummy, PK Raps, Wyvern, Kelnick, Sonic Racer, Ender. Let's see. Brewdast, Fishbean, Anna, if you're all still here too. Everyone else as well. Thank you all very much for tuning into the stream. I'll see you all tomorrow, about the same time tomorrow then. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it at least some amount. And you all, have a good night. Goodbye, everybody.